What's up, guys? It's LegomationStudio here with another Bionicle Classic review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Bohrok Horde. After just reviewing the Bohrok, I decided we'd give these guys a shot. As you know, story-wise, the Bohrok couldn't always provide themselves with their own Krana, so they had little Taraga-like figures, but more like minions, that would follow them around and provide them with kind of a backpack full of Krana is what they would have. And I believe the Krana generated in the side of their backs, because I remember watching old Flash episodes and they'd give a new Bohrok a new Krana, and then you'd look over and they'd have another already there. So either they had some secret place they stored them, or they would randomly come up in their backs. But that was the idea, and they would grow in hordes just like the Bohrok did. So they didn't have specific roles, they were just more minions of the Bohrok who would help control them. All of them had between 26 and 28 pieces, and this is what their boxes looked like. Specifically, we'll just take a look at Bohrok Horde's box. On the front you can just see Bohrok with the hook and everything, ages 7 and up, Bionicle. On the back, we have all the other Bohrok Horde displayed with the combination models previewed here. And they're actually kind of cool combination models, but again, no, I won't make them because I don't want to accidentally break any of these guys. Back then, this was still in 2002 when they said Lego Just Imagine as their logo, but now we just know them as Lego. On the side, it showed that you could have the function of moving their hands forward. Let me move this up. You had the function of moving their hands forward and then releasing the Krana in their backpack, and then it just had pictures of all the other Krana as well. So, really cool, really awesome. Let's start reviewing them one by one. Alright, first we'll start with Bohrok Horde. Now, Bohrok is just like the counterpart Bohrok, has the orange Krana along with the blue. Now, they kind of have pretty much the same similar body builds as the Taraga had, but I believe most of all the Bohrok Horde have this exact similar body build. The orange eyes, and then for the weapon though on Bohrok, we have one of Gali Mata's claws in blue. So pretty cool. That was kind of the weapon that it was given. On the back we have a blue Krana holder, and so you would just put the Krana right here, and then have this arm as a weapon, and this arm as the launch weapon. Oh, this is the launch arm, and you would just press forward and it would launch. Of course, they weren't really known for launching Krana directly on Toa or their prey. They would really just provide the other Bohrok with the Krana. But that's what we have for Bohrok. Bohrok is a more interesting of the Va. I'll just call them the Va, because the weapons that this one is given are 2 Lego swords. We aren't given a Technic or Bionicle piece. We're actually just given 2 regular swords. So that's interesting, and I actually liked that. We have the Bohrok weapon as its head, red eyes, just like the Bohrok counterpart. On the back we have the green Krana holder. Well, we actually aren't missing the Krana for this Bohrok Horde, but I believe it had a red one. Or no, it had a light green one, that's right. It was different because the Bohrok had a green one. The green Bohrok we knew had a red one. But this one actually, the Bohrok Horde carried a light green one. But I can't find it at the moment. It's the color of its arms. So, yeah, that's what we have for Bohrok Horde. Here we have Bohrok Horde. Same name as its Bohrok counterpart, the Bohrok Horde. And has the Bohrok weapon, the blue eyes, the light blue eyes. And again, we are given interesting weapons, 2 kind of really non-threatening or hostile weapons, but they're 2 like picks, almost like toothpicks. These are like teeth that we saw on the Bohrok. That's what we have the weapon for Bohrok Horde. Now on the back, its Krana releaser isn't white. Now for the other 2, they were the same color as the Krana Horde, but for this one, we actually just have a gray. Now, the one that came with this was, I believe, a black one. It was a black or gray. I think the other one might have been given a black, because more often than not they were given the same color of Krana that they were given. But either way, it was one of these 2. And it would launch it out, could provide its Bohrok with a Krana, But because of the wimpy weapons, definitely not one of my favorite of the Bohrok Va. Bohrok Va. Bohrok has the same color scheme as its Bohrok counterpart, but we have a Turaga staff, which is interesting because people could have mixed them up with Turaga, but this is what the weapon is that we are given with this one. Honestly, I do feel as though the Bohrok Va were sort of half-assed Turaga, just given a Bohrok eyes and head. The Krana we are given for this guy is a tan color, same color as its arms and weapon. So interesting that we don't get this exact color for the actual Bohrok, but still really cool, really awesome. I believe he is the tallest because his peg is taller than what the others have. So interesting. He's also the tallest. I believe Winua, the Turaga Winua, is also the tallest of the Turaga, and so for the brown Bohrok Va, they decided to make it the tallest as well. Again, I still don't understand because you'd think people would be confused and think that this is like the Turaga turned into Bohrok. They aren't, but it was an interesting choice that LEGO decided to make. I mean, they didn't give the same Turaga weapons for some of the other Bohrok Va, just for this one. Interesting. Nuvok Va. Uh-oh, where's its head? Underneath you. Nuvok Va has the same, of course, the same weapon and teeth as its Bohrok counterpart. It's the shortest because apparently all of the black characters had to be short. Way to be racist, LEGO. And for some reason, its head is attached to the ball joint. What?
That's so dumb.
That's true, though. I mean...
But black people are usually tall, though.
I don't know. For the weapons for this Bohrok Va are actually the claws, Onua's claws. So we aren't given a Turaga weapon, and we aren't given a LEGO weapon, and we aren't given a random Technic weapon. We're given a Toa weapon this time. I like the look of this, though. Probably my favorite of the Bohrok Va because it looks all cute with the big claws and stuff. The actual Krana is a black Krana, not the yellow Krana that we're given with the black Bohrok. So interesting decision there, being creative LEGO, I guess. Maybe not really. You have the function of moving it forward to shoot, and the backpack, the Krana backpack is gray and more of a dark colored black chocolate gray that we are given with this one. Different from what we were given in this one, because this is more of a light gray. But yeah, that's what we have for Nuvok Va. We will take a look here at Mr. Taunok Va. Now Taunok has the same weapon as the Bohrok counterpart and the same eyes. The same color Krana, or actually no, this Krana is a little darker than the one that's given with the Bohrok for some reason. Its backpack is red to go with its color scheme, and it's a pretty short one too. Now, as far as the weapon goes, here's the most interesting thought. It's Turaga Vakama's weapon. Again, why of all weapons did they choose this? They could have chosen another random fire weapon, made a new weapon, or just chosen a random stick. But they decided to go with a Turaga weapon, just like what we had with this guy. So, I really don't know why they decided to do that. But I like this. This was actually one that I got back then. The others I collected about 2 years ago. But this guy is one of the only Bohrok Va that I got when I was very little. Just kind of an interesting fact. But still, he does look very cool. Little menacing guy that would provide his Bohrok counterpart with a Krana. Now let's take a look at all of them together. So here they are, all together, the Bohrok Va. Now, were these the favorite of mine of sets? Not really. I mean, they were kind of necessary story-wise because you needed to understand how Bohrok were supplied with Krana. But for the most part, you look at them and they're pretty much just a rehash of the Turaga with Bohrok faces and Krana holders. But besides that, I don't really understand why LEGO decided to make them the way they did. They did sell and people bought them, but to be honest, not one of my favorite of the sets at all. Definitely the low on there because they didn't even have that big of a part story-wise, at least from what I saw. But they were cool to be released, and if you had gotten a Bohrok, you could definitely pick up one of their little minions to go with them, and I guess that made sense. And if you were a collector, you still probably want to add them because they are must-have. But if I were to review or to rate them out of 5, I'd give them like a 3 out of 5, 7 or 6 out of 10, because Lego just wasn't really creative with these guys. I mean, it was random. Why did they decide to give these guys Turaga weapons, these guys Toa weapons, and these guys random little wimpy weapons? One Lego weapon and one, like, teeth from a Bohrok. Because that's all these had been used for, teeth for other creatures. Interesting choice, Lego. They do look cool, though. But I would have to say, of my favorite, definitely would choose Nuvok Va here, because I think he looks awesome with his giant claws and small body. But besides that, that's pretty much it for these guys. Thinking about it, and I don't think there's many other sets in the 2001 through 2003 arc left. If there are that I haven't reviewed, post in the comments. I believe I actually haven't reviewed the Matoran that were released in 2003 with the Coley balls. If you want me to, maybe I will. But besides that, remind me, is there any other set I haven't reviewed yet? Look through all my reviews, because if I've gotten the 2001 through 2003 Ori story arc finished, then I will officially begin to move on reviewing the Metru and so on and so forth. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And this is LegomationStudio signing off.